2025 is only a couple days away, and with many of you having the goal of wanting to get in better shape, it can be a little overwhelming just thinking about having to start. With so much information out there, you just don't know how to go about your fitness goals. Lucky for you, today we're going to break it down step by step to make sure that you can stick to your goals. What's up everyone, David here, got a new video for y'all today. But before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And like I said, 2025, the new year is right around the corner. I don't want to be hearing all this new you, new year stuff. No. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that you said last year going to 2024 and even the year before that going to 2023. How many years are you going to keep going saying the same thing? Oh, this year is going to be my year. This year I'm going to get in shape. This year I'm going to lose weight. This year I'm going to be building more muscle. You've been saying the same thing over and over again, but now this time you mean it. That's okay. Good for you, but you actually got to stick to it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a plan, whatever your goal is fitness wise. You're gonna know how to go about it. It's the little steps. You don't have to make a big drastic change all of a sudden. You just gotta take little steps every day. Eventually, the little things add up to something big in the long term. So first thing, biggest key point, biggest takeaway, biggest just goal, mindset, however you wanna put it, is just think long term. Many of you, maybe in the previous years, you did have the goal of wanting to get in better shape. Maybe you actually did start hitting the gym, but what did many of you do? By the time February came about, by the time we got to March, completely gave up on your goals because you weren't seeing the results that you want. You gotta understand, long term is the mindset you need to have. You spent years building up bad habits, getting out of shape, putting on an excessive amount of weight, hindering your overall health. You mean to tell me years of bad habits is gonna be undone by just 1 month or 2 months of you hitting the gym? No. It's gonna take some time to undo those bad habits. And then from there, it's gonna take even more time to now build up new ones. So regardless of what your goal is, I want you just to think about it as long-term. Don't be those type of people where you buy a gym membership first day of January and by the time February comes in, you cancel it. No. How many years are you gonna keep doing that over and over again? Let this be the year where you actually stick to it. Think about it. If you were to have stuck to it last year and now up until this point, boom, you would have already had 1 year of full progress by now, but you're the one that decided to quit. So just think about long term. Where do you see yourself 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 5 years from now? The long-term game is what's gonna get you the results that you want. So with that being said, now let's think about what is the goal? We all need something we need to work towards. The goal has to be very specific to your specific needs. So for many of you, it should be pretty obvious. You know, you want to build muscle, you want to lose weight, or maybe you just want to, overall just get in better shape, just be healthier. Whatever it is, you need to go ahead and set your goal. Now, with this, if you can be as specific as possible, that is even better. And that's where SMART goals come into play. SMART goals, S-M-A-R-T. The S stands for specific. Don't just say, I want to lose weight. No, be specific with it. I want to lose 20 pounds of body fat, not 20 pounds of weight, because the weight can consist of body fat and muscle. I'm talking about 20 pounds of body fat. The M, measurable. How are you going to measure this goal? I'm going to measure myself every 2 weeks on the body weight scale. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna measure myself every month using a tape measure around my waist to see if my waist is shrinking. Okay, good. A, it's a simple yes or no question. Is this achievable? What it is that you're doing, can you accomplish it? It's a simple yes or no question. And depending on how specific you are, then it should be easier to answer. Because if it's some type of goal that is completely blown out of proportion, completely unrealistic, then it should be common sense whether you should be able to get it or not. And that ties in perfectly with the R, realistic. Too many times, the goals that you set for yourself, can they be achieved? Yes, but what makes them unrealistic to where you start thinking, no, I can't achieve them, it's just, they were just too much. And again, it ties into the T, time. You have the goal of losing 50 pounds of body fat. You're gonna measure yourself every 2 weeks in the bathroom scale. Is it achievable? Obviously, yes. Is it realistic? Yes, people have lost that much weight in the past. But the time that you put yourself by when you want to achieve that goal, that's what throws all of this out. That's what makes this unachievable and unrealistic. Because if you say you're going to lose 50 pounds, but in 1 month, that's not realistic. There's no way you could achieve that. No. But if you say I'm going to lose 50 pounds in the course of 12 months, is that achievable? Yes. Is that more realistic? Obviously. So whatever goal it is that you have, make it a SMART goal. Be specific, get down to the specific minute details. I got plenty of videos already out about how to establish your SMART goals. Now that the new year's here, I'm gonna be coming out with even more videos based on that. Because again, once you get it on writing, it's easier to get it going. You can plan from then on out. Now, once you get that figured out, next thing, we gotta talk about accessibility. I mean, I'm talking about where is it that you are gonna be working out? Is it a gym? Is it a park? How are you gonna get there? How often can you get there? All of these things need to be taken into account. Depending on what your goal is, it might require you to go to the gym. For example, if your goal is to build muscle, what do you need? You need weights, you need something to lift. Most likely, you're gonna have to go to the gym. If your goal is to lose weight, okay, maybe you don't have the money for a gym membership, that's perfectly fine. When it comes to losing weight, what do? You gotta burn calories. Do you not have an open walkway? You can walk around the park, walk around your block, whatever. So location of where you're gonna be working out has to play a huge factor in you achieving your overall long-term goal. Now, what this location may be, it depends on what your goal is. Figure out where it is that you're gonna be working out. Once you figure out where is it gonna be working out, how are you gonna get there? Do you have a car to transport you? Do you have to take the bus? Figure it out. But one thing you also have to take into account is just your overall availability. Because let's just say you're a full-time student, you got a full-time job, whatever it may be, you got other responsibilities throughout the day. Yeah, you want to go ahead and hit the gym, but you only have limited availability. Let's just say you want to hit the gym 5 days per week, but you can't just because you have to go to work or you got to go to school this many days per week. So now you may only be able to hit the gym 3 times per week. That's perfectly fine. Now you can go ahead and set your schedule up. Okay, if you're working out at the gym on your school campus, let's just say you're a college student, okay, I'm only on campus 3 days per week, so therefore my availability is gonna be 3 days per week because that's where I'm gonna be working out. It's these little things that you gotta start thinking of. Once you get all of that figured out, then you can go ahead and establish your overall structure, your overall routine and schedule. This is where we start getting a little bit more into the minute details. By this point, you should already have the big picture in your head. You know what it is that you want to do, and you know when and where you're going to do it. Now when it comes to here, now it's actually time to actually put it in action. So routine and schedule. Once you take the location and availability into account, it should be a little easier for you to figure out what your overall routine is going to be and figure out how your day-to-day schedule is going to look like. There's going to be certain parts of your life where you just can't move it around. The schedule is not as flexible. Your shifts at work, your class schedule. Once you get hired at a job, it should be pretty obvious what your schedule is going to be. If you're a full-time student, once you pick your classes, you're stuck with those classes the whole semester. There's not going to be any flexibility in your schedule. Okay, that's good. Now we can work our gym time around that. So again, just your general responsibilities throughout the day, you got to take those into account. If you know you have class on, let's just say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you know each one of those days is going to be class from, let's just say 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., okay, well then schedule your gym time outside of that. If you already know you're going to be using the gym on your campus, okay, well you're already there 3 times per week. Okay, so let's go ahead and make a 3-day workout routine on the days when we're here on campus, these 3 days. If we already know we're gonna go ahead and be in class from 8 to 3, okay, then what's our schedule gonna look like? We're gonna schedule that gym time either before 8 on all 3 of these days or after 3 o'clock on all 3 of these days. You see, all these little things, now we're starting to get specific. Now, as far as the specific workout routine, again, that one is gonna depend very much so on your goal, whether it's to build muscle, lose weight, or any combination of the two just to overall get healthier and get in better shape. That's gonna vary. Obviously, if you're only going to the gym 3 days, make your gym routine only 3 days. Now, what exercises or what workout split you're gonna be doing on each day, that's gonna vary. I got plenty of videos out there showing just different types of workout routines that you can do. I have a video specific about how to structure your workout split if you're a busy college student, but that also applies to those of you who just are busy because you have a full-time job, you got kids, you got other day-to-day responsibilities. I got so many different workout templates that you can follow based on that video, whether you're only available 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days, and also just based on what your goal is, whether it's to build muscle or build fat. So overall, the way I like to think about it is if your goal is to build muscle, then you go ahead and hit the weights. That one should be a no-brainer. But I know many of you want to start using up the cardio, but the thing is, cardio can be done anywhere. Don't be those type of people where you make your way all the way to the gym and you spend 30, 40, 50 bucks on a gym membership just to go in there and walk on a treadmill. You can walk anywhere. Cardio, in my opinion, should be used just to improve overall heart and lung health. Because again, although maybe your goal is to lose weight, you should still prioritize building muscle, because the more muscle mass you have, the more weight it will help you lose in the long term. Everyone should be doing cardio. Even if you're already naturally on the thinner side, cardio should be used as an overall health indicator for your heart and your lung health. Again, you want to minimize the risk of disease. Regardless, both of these should be incorporated in one way or another. Depending on what your goal is, just one is going to take the priority over the other. But at the end of the day, you're still doing both. So all of this right here covers the actual exercise portion of whatever it is that your goal is. 2025 is here. You know what it is that you're trying to achieve. I want to build 20 pounds of lean muscle mass, and I'm going to measure my progress by taking one progress pic in front of the mirror at the first of every month. Is it achievable? Yes, and it's very realistically achievable because I'm going to be setting a time frame for myself or a deadline to reach this goal 6 months from now. So you see, all of these things should be taken into account. I already know that I'm able to work out 4 days per week, and I already have the gym membership, or I already know I'm going to be heading over here. I'm going to be using this gym. I'm going to be using this location. I'm going to be using this rec center, this facility, whatever. Okay, fine. I already came up with my workout split. I figured out I'm going to be using this push, pull, legs, full body split, whatever it may be. And I already know that I want to be hitting the gym every day after work at 5:30 p.m. Good. That covers the actual exercise portion, the physical movement. But here's the thing. You can work out all you want. That's all good and well. It's good for you. You're actually doing something. But if you're not eating the right types of foods, then you're not going to be reaching as much of goals. You're not going to be maximizing your results, I guess is a better way to say. You want to make sure you dial in that diet as well. It's not always about working out. It's just about what you're putting in your body that's going to determine how you look, how you feel, and realistically, if you reach your long-term goal as a whole. So one, your diet. So many things need to be taken into account, but just for the beginner's sake, again, because this video is aimed towards beginners, reflect on what it is that you're eating right now. What needs to be cut out and what needs to be added in. It realistically is as simple as that. It should be common sense. If you're out of shape, if you're overweight, if your diet is unhealthy and you know what unhealthy is, cut it out. What needs to be added? Protein, carbs, fats, micronutrients, drink plenty of water. Protein, it helps you build the muscle. You need that, obviously, if you're gonna be hitting the gym. Carbs, it's our body's fuel source. That's what our body, it's like the gasoline in a car. You need it for the energy to get you throughout your workout and throughout the day. Fats, same thing, your body's other natural fuel source. Now, depending on how much weight you are or what your goal is, those last two, the carbs and the fats, that's gonna vary depending on how much you're gonna eat. Obviously, if you're cutting, minimize it. If you're bulking up, trying to gain weight, increase it. As far as protein goes, 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight is usually the safe route. If you're on the skinnier end and your goal is to bulk up to 200 pounds, okay, 200 grams of protein. If you're just trying to maintain where you're at, okay, 1 gram of protein per pound of your current body weight. Fruits and vegetables, important. Micronutrients, you need them. Your vitamins and minerals, you get those through fruits, you get them through vegetables. Make sure you eat them. Add a little bit of color to your palate. Water, drink plenty of it. Feeling dehydrated? Drink more. You don't need so much soda. You don't need so much alcohol. You don't need so many sugary drinks. How about you actually hydrate? Not only will it be good for your health, help clear your skin, put you in a better mood, improve your brain function, water is essential. There's a reason why it was put on this earth. It's the reason why we need it. Drink enough of it. Now let's just say you did the reflection on your diet. You know what it is that you're eating bad and you know you're doing it in excess, or you know what it is that you need to add more of, it could be a little hard to do a complete 180 turn. So what we're gonna do with this information that we just figured out is you're just gonna simply start off slow. Now, it's not always about, I need to start doing this, I need to start doing this, I need to start doing this. It's not always about starting something. Sometimes you might have to think about it the other way. Maybe it's time to do less of this. So if you're someone who's overweight and you know you like to binge eat, and you eat, let's just say 4 slices of pizza, okay? It could be hard to just completely do away with that, which is a relatively unhealthy food, and then replace it with, let's just say, something healthy like chicken, rice, and broccoli. What you can do though, if your goal is to lose weight, how about instead of 4 slices of pizza, let's just minimize it down to 3. Because again, when it comes to losing weight, it's all about calories in versus calories out. Okay, we're doing good there. Now, let's bring it down to 2. But you know what, at the same time, you don't want to feel malnourished. You're still probably going to be hungry. So how about we replace what would have been those additional 2 slices of pizza with salad or some type of low calorie, high volume food. So usually fruits and vegetables. They take up a good amount of volume in your stomach, take up a good amount of room, but they're relatively low in calories. So boom, you'll feel fuller, but you're not consuming as much calories, or at least not in excess. So you see, slowly start doing away with what it is that you shouldn't be doing. And then afterwards, start adding in more of what you should be eating. So instead now, let's just say you really don't like salad or vegetables that much. All right, fine, whatever, you should be eating it anyways. 2 slices of pizza, but now you're still hungry. You know, you already know you're not eating as much protein. Pizza realistically doesn't have that much protein. It's a lot of carbs, it's a lot of fat. How about we add in just 1 chicken breast? All right, chicken breast, a little salt and pepper or whatever seasoning that you're making, as long as it's not fried, because again, we're trying to be healthy. Boom, you see, I'm slowly doing away with what it is that I shouldn't be eating, and I'm slowly increasing more of what I should. And then sooner or later, we'll completely do away with the bad stuff, and eventually we'll start adding in more of the stuff. So we'll go 1 cup of broccoli, let's just say 1 baked potato, and then we have our chicken breast, and boom, that's our meal. So you see, that's a good way to think about it. It doesn't have to be a day and night difference of your diet. Yes, you know what it is that you should be eating and what you shouldn't, but at the same time, start off slow. Over time, you'll get that diet in check. Just how overnight you're not gonna be getting the muscles, overnight you're not gonna be fixing up that diet. It takes consistency over a good period of time, because again, you are thinking long term. So that covers nutrition. You can work out as much as you want, but if you're not eating healthy, you're not fueling your gains, you're just gonna burn yourself out in the gym. And everyone always says that fitness is, you know, there's 2 sides to it. It's 80% in the kitchen and 20% in the gym. Or you hear that abs are made in the kitchen. Yes, you did your ab workout in the gym, but you know, if your diet is not locked in the kitchen, you're not putting in work in the kitchen, you're not gonna be seeing the results because you still got that layer of fat. It's always about nutrition, weights, nutrition, weights. It's not only a 2-sided coin. Fitness has a third. And that third, and without a doubt the most overlooked, it's gonna be your recovery. That's another thing. You can work out as hard as you want in the gym. You can eat as healthy as you want in the kitchen. But if you're not recovering adequately in between workouts, you will not be maximizing the amount of results that you get. And what does recovery consist of? Sleep, rest, everything that you are doing in between workouts. Because again, you can't live in the gym. You can't just be working out all day. You need to give your body some time to rest and recover. Because when we're actually in the gym, what are we doing to our muscles? We're essentially creating damage. You know, we're not actually doing anything to make them grow in that moment. The growing process, the recovery process happens when we sleep, when we're resting, when we're not actually working them out. But too many times, a lot of you, you're overlooking the sleep. You're staying up late each night, scrolling on TikTok, binge watching Netflix. You know, you're not doing what it is that you're supposed to. And what you're supposed to do is prioritize that sleep. Good quality sleep. And I know many of you, you got a lot of responsibilities throughout the day. Full-time student, full-time work, multiple part-time jobs, internships, you have a kid, you have a newborn, a baby that's gonna keep you up at night. Everyone's got different responsibilities and different situations that they're dealing with day in and day out. So if you're limited on the quantity of sleep that you're getting, you know, it's starting to go down for outside circumstances, whatever it may be. If that's the case, then what you need to do is increase the quality of sleep that you're getting. I've been in this boat before. When I was in college, I had a lot going on. Classes, part-time job, internships, so many different things that were eating away, and I wasn't getting as much sleep as I know I should have. Because, you know, after a long day, I still gotta go home. I still gotta get my meals in. Still gotta get my workout in. Still gotta get my homework done. Still gotta study even when I'm done with the homework because I got a test tomorrow. All right, I definitely wasn't getting the quantity of sleep that I should have. But with the very little sleep that I was getting, I'd make sure it was a good quality. And that's what many of you can do. I got plenty of videos also highlighting how to improve your sleep quality, how to get down into deeper sleep, how to set a morning and bedtime routine to make sure that you're consistently waking up and going to sleep at the same times each and every day. All these things need to be taken into account. You can push hard in the gym, you can eat right in the kitchen, but if you're not sleeping and resting the way you should in between workouts, at the end of the day, you're just gonna burn yourself out even quicker. So there you have it, everyone. 3 components of fitness that every beginner should know of. Obviously, the exercise portion. Whatever it may be, do what you got to do to get those gains. Nutrition. Depending on if you're overweight or you're trying to gain weight, eat more calories, eat less junk food, eat more high quality proteins, whatever it may be. Figure out what the diet is that you need and figure out what the macros and the caloric intakes you need for where you are right now versus where it is that you're trying to go. And then recovery. This should be for everyone. Doesn't matter what your goal is. Rest and sleep as often as you can and make sure that sleep is of good quality. Comment down below if this video was helpful. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you miss out on any new videos. Because remember, new videos on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So don't miss out. And then Instagram and TikTok, same thing. Be sure to follow me on both accounts. I put all my links down in the description below. With that being said, I'll catch y'all next time.